Spoke to Melvin Gordon last hour, and he just sounds like a kid who, just got chewed up and spit out by the business of football at the running back position, TD. And I know he's wound up in a good spot, and you know what spot he wound up in. The same depth chart with Phillip Lindsay, and Denver's going to do good things with him, and I want to hit on that in a second. But what's going on with the running back market these days, TD?
I don't know. Hey, all I know is I'm glad I'm not in that market, man. It's definitely down. If you're looking at it and you're a GM or a president or a head coach, you look at some of the examples of the backs that were paid, and you look at Todd Gurley as being one. You look at David Johnson, got paid 2 years ago. Obviously didn't pay Melvin last year, but it's I guess it's more the attitude toward the running backs that I'm hearing from a lot of these clubs, that they feel like to pay one guy that kind of money, those days are, if they're not gone, they're leaving, and they feel like they can get a two-headed, back or a rotation of three backs to try to have the equivalent of production that they have with one back. And you look at the Niners last year, one of the better rushing teams in the league. They were able to do it. Of course, Baltimore with Lamar Jackson can do it. But I don't know, Rich. It's just seemed like we had this conversation probably 2 or 3 years ago, and then it got better when Todd got his contract, and everybody was getting, looking at Todd and how he elevated the Rams, and you look at Zeke and how he elevated the Cowboys, and Lev Bell when he was doing for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then you just have this year, which was just bizarre. I mean, I think I had something where this year, 11 of the top rushers were on the rookie contracts. 11 of the top 12. So when you see that, you're saying, well, why do I need to go ahead and get a guy who's going into his 5th or 6th year and pay him the big money when I can get me a first-round draft running back? I have him for 4 years. If I can franchise or put the 5th-year option on him in year 5, and if I still want to, I can franchise tag him. And so it's just the attitude of our teams view running backs. I still think a guy like Derrick Henry, I think he still has a lot of tread on the tire, and you have to pay him. You got to make him the highest paid running back. But, man, when you lose Todd Gurley to that contract, it really shrunk the franchise tag. It made it where it's not as big. And the more contracts that get shredded up, it's going to bring that number down even more. So I'm a firm believer. You still need that quality, star back. But that's not the attitude some of these coaches and GMs have right now.
So what advice would you give Derrick Henry right now, TD?
I mean, it's not much to say. It's like, cause he's going to be in a situation where they're going to probably offer him a long-term contract. And it just depends on what the contract looks like. Like, in his mind, he's going to say, do I want a 4-year deal with guaranteed money? Do I think that I need to have this contract for 4 years? Or am I looking at a 2 or 3 year deal and then sort of gamble on myself to do another deal after that? And it's got to be something, obviously, where, Jim Robinson and Vrabel, they've got to feel like, man, that this contract has got to be fair on both sides. It's got to be out for both guys, for both sides. But I don't think you can tell somebody like Derrick Henry, man, you understand what the landscape is like. Like, you may feel a certain way about your skills, and that's true. We know you should be the highest paid running back at this stage, but unfortunately, this market may not dictate that, or it may not give you the guaranteed money that you're looking for going forward. And I hope I'm wrong. I really hope that he does get some guaranteed money, so he's not looking at that kind of money where, if they release you, then you're not going to see that money, because he certainly deserves it. And they're paying him not only, I believe that his better days are ahead of him too. You look back at his career, he's kind of started off a little slow, and he's gained some momentum. I think he's only going to get better.